Welcome back to the Cleveland Sports Show, where we talk all things Cleveland sports. I'm your host, Sam Foltz, and this is my colleague, Jordan Anderson. Up first, we are going to be comparing Tyrod Taylor and Baker Mayfield and what they both did and what they both can improve on. But as of right now, Baker Mayfield is the starting quarterback. So let this discussion begin. So Tyrod Taylor was taken out of the game on last Thursday for a concussion, and Baker Mayfield came in and lit it up. I mean, he was electric. Am I right?
You was right.
But the thing that Tyrod was not good at all was he held the ball way too long. When he was in the pocket, he would hold the ball for like 5-6 seconds and he'd get sacked. And that's what made our offensive line look bad. But when Baker Mayfield went in, he threw the ball within 2 to 3 seconds, and we had very good protection. So that obviously factors in. And I think Tyrod doesn't trust the receivers, and Baker Mayfield does. I mean, we saw it. David Njoku made a couple plays, and Tyrod hasn't really targeted him at all. Jarvis Landry,
his number one receiver.
Yeah,
that's
he
clear.
Made a great catch. Fingertips. That was awesome. So, what are your takes on Tyrod?
I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. He sucks. Browns, I don't know if they should keep him or not.
No.
Because, what if Baker Mayfield was to get hurt?
That's true.
They would need a backup.
Yeah.
But other than that, if they were to sign him again, they would have to, cut his deal down because he's making too much money to just be sitting on the bench.
He's making $16 million this year, and I don't like that idea because he's now our second-string quarterback making $16 million. That's a lot. When there are teams that need quarterbacks, like the San Francisco 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo went down with an ACL tear, and he's out for the season. So that could be a trade destination, get some picks.
True.
But right now, Baker Mayfield looks really good, and he looks to be the real deal, and I'm very excited for it as a Cleveland Browns fan. Up next, we are going to be talking about the Josh Gordon trade, and as a fan of Josh Gordon, I don't like it that much because he's not on our team anymore, but if you think about it unbiased, it was a good trade for the Browns because
I don't think so.
We've been putting up with his stuff for 6 years.
I don't think so. They traded him for a what round pick?
5th.
He's not a 5th round pick. And the Patriots are missing a go-to guy other than Gronk. And Josh Gordon didn't play last week. And Tom Brady didn't have nobody else to throw it to because Gronk was being triple teamed. Yeah. And the other receivers are not big and fast enough to get open. So if he would have played, it would have probably been a different outcome against the Lions. But
I definitely think if Baker Mayfield would have been the starter week 1, I think Josh Gordon would still be on the team. But
didn't he score to tie the game
scored
up?
The time.
So I'm confused.
Game time touchdown.
Why did they trade him anyways?
Because he showed up late on Saturday, and that was against his agreement, and he hurt his hamstring in a promotional photo shoot or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of dumb. But the details around the trade is the Browns got a 5th round pick, but if Josh Gordon doesn't play 10 games for the Patriots, then we give them a 7th rounder. I definitely think we could have got more for him, to be honest, but it is what it is. We can't go back. Patriots definitely won that trade, but now they can put up with his shenanigans.
He ain't gonna have no shenanigans. He got Belichick and that man Tom Brady. He ain't gonna want to pull anything because pretty soon he about to win a ring. So,
possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. All right, up next, we are going to be talking about the Browns-Jets game and what we did well and what we didn't. Welcome back to the Cleveland Sports Show. Right now we are going to be discussing the Browns-Jets game and what the Browns did well and what they need to improve on. So in the Browns-Jets game, the Cleveland Browns played phenomenal. We won 21-17, and Baker Mayfield looked amazing. Carlos Hyde looked really good. We finally got to see really good things from Jarvis Landry. Our defense was insane, except there was one thing that our defense needs to improve on, and that was the run to the left. And which doesn't make any sense because that's the side Myles Garrett's on, but we could not stop the run to the left
That's
at all.
because when they run, and because Myles Garrett's a good pass rusher, and so the angle he takes is like outside, and they were just running up the middle and going left. So that was leaving like holes for them to get open.
We definitely got to work on that as a team. Our new kicker, Greg Joseph, went perfect, which is good because Zane Gonzalez kind of blew some games for us.
The Browns should be 3-0 in my opinion.
That's true. We were one kicker away from being 3-0.
So
Zane Gonzalez's slow kick in the 21-21 tie against the Steelers was the reason why I got blocked.
He flanked it against the Saints.
Yep.
Like trash. Trash.
We missed so much, but apparently he was out with a groin injury. But he's no longer with the team, which is good. I like it. Greg Joseph looks good now.
He's making too much money for a scrub.
All right, this upcoming Sunday, the Cleveland Browns will be facing the Oakland Raiders. I predict that we will come out 28-9 because I don't think Oakland can get anything going on offense against our defense, and their defense is trash.
What? I don't know about that one. I think it'd be like 28-14.
Who's winning?
The Browns.
Okay.
I think their defense, they're all veterans, so like they know what to expect against a young quarterback, and they're probably just gonna rush him because the Jets were, I think, doing a good job of giving him that pressure once he came in because they weren't prepared for him. They were just prepared for Tyrod, and they know that he likes to hold on to the ball. So they were blitzing. So I feel like they watched tape of how he likes to move and stuff like that, and they'll be ready for him. But I think it'll be a close game all the way up to like maybe the Browns always is losing going into halftime, so that's not new. But near crunch time is when the Browns will pull away, and the only way that would happen is if Baker Mayfield shows up. But if he doesn't, and he's playing like Tyrod was, then the Browns are gonna have problems.
Yeah, I definitely think Baker can do really well. He'll probably get 300 passing yards. I predict 300 passing yards, 2 touchdowns from Baker, and then we get a rushing touchdown from Carlos Hyde and a rushing touchdown from Duke Johnson. Because I definitely think now with Baker and how he throws, we're definitely going to incorporate Duke Johnson a little more into the offense. Because with Tyrod, Duke Johnson kind of really wasn't there.
He's more of a receiver than a running back.
But and I really don't trust Oakland's pass rush or their run stopping at all whatsoever. So
they get rid of Khalil Mack.
Yeah, ever since they got rid of Khalil Mack,
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Their defense kind of just like fell apart.
True.
And I definitely think the Browns come up on top and advance to 2-1-1. All right, if you already haven't known, the Indians have clinched the playoffs, which is really good. I'm really excited. But one bad thing is it's looking like we're going to be facing the Astros in the first round. And if Francisco Lindor and Jose Ramirez don't show up, then
it's over.
It's going to be bad. But if they do, I definitely think we can get out of the first round. And I definitely think if the pitching has to be great.
That's the main factor.
But I trust our pitchers. Bauer's insane. Kluber is not on this earth. He is so good. Our closers, our relief pitchers, our bullpen is just great right now. But for the most part, the weight of our team is on Jose and Frankie's shoulders. Fingers crossed. So, if you haven't heard, the Cavs are in extreme trade talks for Minnesota guard Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is an all-star shooting guard. He's a really good two-way player. And he requested a trade out of Minnesota because he doesn't like there. And his preferred destinations were the Knicks, the Nets, the Clippers, and Well, now the Miami Heat, which is now his preferred destination.
To play with Wade.
Yeah,
First
I honestly don't think the Cavs can pull off a trade to get him, nor do I think it's logical for the Cavs to get him, because if we were to go get an all-star shooting guard, we'd probably have to give up Chetty or Colin Sexton, our two young up-and-coming players. But if we were to get Jimmy Butler and we were to clear up the space to re-sign him, if we get rid of George Hill's contract, JR's contract, and possibly Corver or Tristan Thompson's contract, we'd have another max slot for next offseason, which could bring back our boy Kyrie Irving, which could get Cavs fans really excited. We'd have Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. We'd still probably have Larry Nance. It'd be a pretty solid team. Playoff contenders.
But
Not finals.
I don't think that's happening. Because
yeah, neither do I.
Kyrie's team is pretty loaded right now. And without LeBron in the East, the Celtics are going to the finals every single year.
Well, it all depends on how well Kawhi blends with the Raptors, because that team could actually be really good.
I don't know, because Jonas Valanciunas gets hurt every year. Serge Ibaka he shows up but doesn't show up. Kyle Lowry is not he ain't about to do anything against Kyrie. And Kawhi's just one player, and Kawhi can't guard the whole team.
That's true.
And their shooting guard is Danny Green, and he's not the same person that he was in the finals against LeBron, where he was hitting all those threes. Now he's more of a defensive guy, and he barely makes shots anymore. So it's like, I don't know. This is a two-way argument with it, but it's either the Celtics or Philly or Milwaukee. So, you got all these different teams who have a shot at going to the finals now that because LeBron in the East is winning every year. But in the West, you don't know, because, the Rockets can be... Last year, they were going to be Golden State.
They should have beat Golden State, but, Chris Paul
if he didn't get hurt, if he didn't get hurt, they would have beat Golden State. I'm a Golden State fan, and I'm a firm believer of that. What else? If
OKC,
no,
they just got backup Dennis Schroeder. They now have bench depth.
No,
and they got rid of Carmelo.
No, I still don't think so. Their shooting guard can't shoot.
They possibly could do something though.
Their shooting guard can't shoot. Westbrook's a ball hawk. Paul George is inconsistent. Steven Adams can only make plays inside of the post, and most of his game he sits outside of the key, so that makes no sense to me. Their power forward is unheard of. I don't even know who their power forward is, because it's not Melo no more. So
I believe it's Patrick Patterson now.
And he's a role player.
He can shoot threes.
He's a role player.
That's true.
Let's see. Who else is in the West? Nah, the Jazz. I don't think so. Donovan Mitchell's he's too young. He's too young to carry all that.
Yeah, but they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're making the playoffs, but
the Blazers.
No,
they're not making the playoffs.
No, they're making the playoffs. But I'm talking about whose potential to win, go to the finals.
Okay. Rockets, Warriors, Lakers, maybe.
No.
Depends on who they face first round.
No, it doesn't even depend on that, because either way they're encountering Golden State, and their team is not ready for Golden State.
That's true.
They have too many All-Stars on their team for
Golden State's going to win the finals this year. They have 5 All-Stars in their starting lineup. There's no defending that.
There's only one LeBron. It'd be different if the whole team were LeBron's, but there's only one LeBron. Lonzo can't shoot. Don't even Caldwell Pope. That their shooting guard.
No, Josh Hart.
He can't shoot, but he can't play defense.
That's true.
LeBron.
He's LeBron.
Their power forward is who?
Kuzma.
Oh yeah, he nice. Kyle Kuzma's nice, but
actually, I don't know if they're gonna have LeBron at power forward and Ingram at small forward.
Oh yeah.
Or LeBron at small forward and Kuzma at power forward. Either way, either Ingram or Kuzma is coming off the bench.
Ingram's gonna be good in the future once he get meat on his body.
And then their starting center is
JaVale
McGee.
All that dude can do is catch alley-oops and play defense. And Golden State they're gonna pick apart everybody.
Yeah.
Because you think about this, they have all perimeter shooters.
Mm-hmm.
JaVale McGee cannot shoot threes, so they couldn't just run a 5 out. And now they have just straight perimeter shooters, so they're gonna have to switch off the screens. Every screen is gonna have to be a switch. If not, it's over. 3 after 3.
The only way Golden State isn't making it to the finals or winning the finals is if an injury happens to their main key players like Steph.
No,
Clay,
they can
or
win
KD.
without. They can win without.
They're not
Curry.
winning without KD.
They can win without.
They're not
Durant.
winning without KD.
Yes, they can. They have 4 other All-Stars.
Doesn't matter. They're
If-
not winning without KD.
If Klay Thompson gets hurt, we got problems. If Draymond Green gets hurt, we have problems.
Possibilities.
It's only them two.
Most likely won't happen.
They're
but
the defensive anchors.
yeah.
If Klay guards all the superstars,
It's probably going to be
guards-
Golden State versus Celtics in the finals.
I don't know about that because
And if Clay gets hurt, then no one can guard Kyrie.
'Cause
And
Philly-
Clay can't even really guard Kyrie.
Philly,
Phillies, I don't think they're going to make it past the Celtics.
I do.
No, because you got
Who's guarding Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons got a shot now. He practices on his shot.
Yeah, but we haven't seen it in
But-
in an actual game.
Who is stopping Ben Simmons?
The question you should be asking is who's stopping Joel Embiid. But then I'm going to counter that with who's stopping Kyrie, who's stopping Jason
Ben
Tatum,
Simmons.
who's stopping Jaylen Brown, who's stopping Gordon Hayward,
But you think
who's
about
stopping Al Horford.
Who-
Joel Embiid.
Who gonna stop that man, JJ Redick? Then you got Covington, who also can shoot threes. Then you got Sarge, who also can shoot. Their whole team can shoot threes except Ben Simmons.
They basically have equal. It could go either way.
I believe that game's going to Game 7.
But anyway, to get back on track, Cavs are most likely not going to get Jimmy Butler, but it would be cool to see. But yeah, anyway, on the next episode, we will be talking about the Browns-Raiders game and our upcoming game, and then any other topics that happen around the league with the Indians and the Cavs, which we don't know of right now, but keep you posted. All right, see ya.